Good day to all. It is a great pleasure to join you here today for the opening of the 2022 Virtual Island Summit. I believe the concept of a zero-carbon conference specifically for island nations is nothing short of a blessing. It gives us all the ability to further embrace digital technologies, and in so doing, gives us the opportunity to share, learn, and grow together. To that extent, I congratulate Island Innovation for establishing this important activity. This conference is happening at an important time for us all, as it takes place between the recently held United Nations General Assembly, where we shared our experiences, our challenges, and our hopes, and indeed COP27 in Egypt, where we will place into focus the continued battle against the ongoing climate crisis. My dear colleagues, while it is indeed a joy for me to be here with you today, I speak to you against the backdrop I believe that we are unfortunately all too familiar with. I speak to you facing the reality where the world as we know it is in real danger of becoming the world as we knew it. Regrettably, nations like ours are already suffering tremendously from the effects of not just the climate crisis, but indeed the war in Ukraine that has shaken the world's systems to its core. Food security challenges have emerged, and overall a global system that does not ensure the prosperity of our people, particularly as it faces the cancer of inflation. These issues, while daunting, are known. But what is equally known is that we do not face them alone, for we face them together as a community. You know, there's an old proverb that I'm sure we're all familiar with, that it takes a village to raise a child. In this case, if the ideas and solutions we give birth to are to grow and to reach their potential, it will take the attention of each and every one of us. But we know how to do this. As islanders, we know that to live is to share, to be creative, and to be resourceful. That's our life. And that is why I'm certain we can and will apply these same qualities that we as islanders share. And during this virtual island summit, find solutions to the common problems we all face. Certainly, Barbados stands ready to share its experiences with fellow members at the summit. In responding to these global challenges by applying our instilled spirit of resilience and innovation, we hope that we can achieve much. In the battle against the global challenges confronting us, we have taken action by becoming the largest issuer of sovereign bonds with natural disaster clauses. Recognizing the COVID-19 pandemic, which has wreaked havoc on our economy, will not be the only pandemic that we will face, we've also now inserted what we believe may well be the world's first pandemic clause in our recently launched Blue Bonds project with the Inter-American Development Bank and Nature Conservancy. This ambitious debt conversion program will allow us to sustainably manage at least 30% of our ocean resources by unlocking around $40 to $50 million over the next 15 years into a maritime conservation trust. And we will supplement those funds both from governmental and non-governmental sources in our efforts to sustainably protect that marine space and, of course, to enhance our marine biodiversity. On the renewable energy front, Barbados remains one of the leading countries in the world in terms of solar water heaters per capita. And as a government, we have recently embarked on an innovative sustainable program making provision for every Barbadian homeowner to have the right to own and install photovoltaic systems on their roofs, lowering electricity costs for Barbadians while reducing our reliance indeed on fossil fuel-based electricity. Meanwhile, we have led the region in renewable energy-driven public transport, acquiring 49 electric buses for our transport board and about to acquire more, making it one of the largest fleets of electric buses in the region, if not the largest, and saving the government millions of dollars and benefiting indeed the environment in which we live. In keeping with the spirit of this message, the truth is that the government cannot do it alone. We recognize the private sector has a critical role to play in helping us to find and achieve these solutions. And it is for that reason that we have fast-tracked policies that will encourage social enterprises that can solve local problems and then be scaled to the regional and international level. The climate crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic, or indeed the slow motion and silent pandemic that is antimicrobial resistance. The effects of the war in Ukraine, the disruption of the supply chain, these are not just issues for governments. These are issues for all of us, for everyone. Let us treat the solutions likewise. Again, I speak as a leader of just one of the many nations gathered here for this virtual island summit. But I believe that all of us are ready to work hand in hand with each other to find collective solutions to those things we all confront as island nations. I truly believe that this conference can be one of the catalysts for making the change we so often speak about a reality. And I hope over the coming days, all of us gathered here can use this opportunity to address those matters that matter to each of us and ultimately to the world in which we live. I wish you all a successful virtual island summit, and let us ensure that we improve the lives of those for whom we have responsibility. I thank you.